Welcome to the Gallantry Room, where every caregiver is a true hero in their own extraordinary story. Here we illuminate the remarkable narratives of compassion, resilience, and selflessness. Join our vibrant community as we share narratives that not only inspire and educate, but also celebrate your strength and dedication. Welcome to the Gallantry Room, where we uplift, we inspire, and we educate caregivers. My name is Latia Parker. I am your host. And today I want to talk about, can being a caregiver cause mental illness? And I'm going to say yes, it can. It can drive you up the wall. But caregiving can have many rewards, right? It can, for the most part, just taking care of your loved one. It helps you, it makes you feel good, right? There is a part inside that's like, whew, I'm taking care of my loved one. It makes me feel good that I don't have to, you know, rely on somebody else to take care of them. However, it can, if you're not careful, being a caregiver can cause mental illness. And the demand that's on caregiving can cause emotional and physical stress. Emotionally, you're stressed out. Your emotions is all over the place. One is because your loved one is sick. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if they're going to make it. You don't know how long they're going to live with it. You don't know. You just don't know, right? And then when it messes with you emotionally, right? When you start feeling these different emotions, then you start feeling it physically, right? You start having pain in your body, because that's what stress is. And it's common to feel these certain emotions like frustration, anger, you're worn out, you're sad. There's sometimes you feel alone, but caregiver stress can put you at risk, um, of mental illness. Some of the things, you know, factors that can increase caregiver stress. Let's talk about that. Is caring for a spouse, living with the person who needs the care, caring for someone who needs constant care. So there are some people that need constant care, like they're not able to do anything for themselves. Um, my dad, he needed constant care towards the end. He really couldn't do anything. My dad couldn't even barely talk. His voice was very weak. Um, and so that that brought on some stress, some level of stress. I won't say it was like a lot, but it was just some level of stress because he wasn't able to do anything. Feeling alone can increase your stress. Feeling helpless or depressed, that can increase your stress. Having money problems. So I know, like, for some situations, you have, two incomes in a house and then it goes down to one. For some situations, you know, you as the caregiver have to put out money because now you're putting out money to, you know, take care of their needs, medication, for nurses to come out, whatever the case may be. That can cause stress. Financial issues can cause stress as a caregiver. Especially with certain illnesses like cancer. It's very expensive. I remember looking at one of my dad's hospital bills and it was like $8,000 for chemo. And I said, "Well, what? What? I was confused. I'm like, in the world. Now, his insurance covered it. However, what about those that don't have the insurance, good insurance, right? What about those that don't have any insurance? Like, come on, system. Like, really? Spending many hours caregiving can cause stress. Think about those that are just there every day, all day. Don't have no break in between, right? Don't have no relief. That can cause stress. Having too little guidance from healthcare professionals. I remember like my mom and my sisters and them, we're just calling the doctor. And one thing about certain doctors, they already know like what's going to happen. They already know like if your loved one is going to make it, what, you know, if it's going to get worse, if they're going to get better. And sometimes when they know that your loved one is going to get worse, they're not very helpful. You can have many questions, ask them, and then some of them don't even know the answer to your questions. You can have several questions and they just either go around the mulberry bush or they just don't know or they just don't want to say, right? That yeah, that can lead to stress because you're looking for answers. You're looking for a different outcome. You're looking for a way for your loved one to feel better or get better and then for them to they're health professionals now, but for them to not provide you what you need so that you can take care of your loved one or so that you can feel better, right? That can cause stress. Having no choice about being a caregiver. Some of us, a lot of us, we don't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. My mom definitely didn't have a choice. That was my dad. I was the only one that was able to work from home because my other siblings, they were essential. So they had to go to work. My mom had to go to work. But when she came home from work, she had to take care of my dad. So she went from a job to a job. You have no choice but to be a caregiver. That can be stressful because so many things come with that. Again, you have no idea what you're doing. Again, that's not something that you planned for. Again, like your whole life just changed before your eyes. Like, so yeah, having no choice, that's going to cause stress, right? Not having good coping or problem solving skills. Some people just can't cope with it. Just can't cope with being a caregiver. And then the last one is feeling the need to give care at all times. That can add stress to your life. So there are many, factors that can cause or increase caregiver stress. But we have to, try to seek the help, understand what we're doing, and try to do our best as caregivers. I mean, it's something that we just have to do, right? So, listen, keep your head up, keep moving, keep pushing, and be the best caregiver because caregivers are the ball. Thank you for tuning in the Gallantry Room. Please like, comment, and share, and hit the notification button so you'll know the next time I'll be sharing. See you soon.